I came from a very poor family in Newark, New Jersey. We didn't have a lot. My first year in college, I got my first little bit of money, and not having anything growing up, I took that money and said, wow, this is amazing. And I spent everything, not realizing that they needed to get that money back. And it took a long time to get that money back.
I was fortunate enough to live overseas at a very young age. No one encouraged me to keep any kind of banks or credit cards open while I was living abroad. I also had some identity theft issues. So when I got back to the States, I was so dejected to find out that even though I was in a pretty good position financially, that I just was not able to secure financing at all because I had no credit history.
I went to the Navy to punish my mother because I wanted to go to a specific college. My mother said, absolutely not. You need to stay within state. And I said, this is not for me. So I wind up joining the military. When you apply for credit of any type, you also use the address where you're stationed. And so I wind up having a lot of addresses, and it wind up destroying my credit.
When I hear stories of people like McCartney or Tanya or Alan, I think about my journey. I've lived a good portion of my life in Israel, moved to the US with a very good paying job at a big company, went to get a cell phone and couldn't get a cell phone because I didn't have credit history because I left at the age of 18. It's that feeling of rejection that I don't want people to feel. I was inspired to start Dovely because credit is the most impactful factor when it relates to financial freedom. Dovely is a fully automated credit engine that will look at your credit and help you determine how to improve it depending on wherever you are in your credit life cycle. The average score increase that a Dovely consumer sees is 56 points within 6 months.
How many points has your credit score gone up since you started working with Dovely?
122 points.
220.
182.
How's that number make you feel?
Absolute confidence.
Encouraged, inspired.
Dovely has given me options, flexibility, freedom to expand my business. It's called Not by Mouth. What I do is create t-shirts for those who have lost a loved one, and they're able to carry on the memory and put a smile on their face.
Our name is Crossways Travel. We take individuals usually from Arizona and the surrounding areas. That our main destination is Puerto Peñasco, Mexico. In order to get vehicles leased to us, we had to have a little bit of credit. My relationship with Dovely has created unlimited opportunities. That feels good.
Once we got to the bottom of what the issues were with the credit score, I was able to catapult up 220 points, and it put me in a much better position to purchase a home and to advance my businesses. It doesn't get less emotional the more I talk about it because we're all standing in a house I never thought I was going to be able to have.
My goal is to get this into the hands of as many people as we can, and who better to collaborate with than Visa? Our connection with Visa is enabling us to give our premium version of our product to members at no cost and to improve people's lives by improving their credit score.
Most of us come from areas where we've been struggling. Somehow or another, something has gotten in the way, a snag here, a missed payment here. Something got in the way in the area of finances. We all want the same thing. We all want to have a better life. And this is our starting point. I think anything is possible from that point. Anything is possible, anything.